What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the We'll See You Later podcast, brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition, the best energy and nutrition on the planet. This is episode 35. I am your host, Jeremy. We talk all things sports and entertainment from our point of view, the fans' point of view, and I am a Hog fan to the day I die. So, without further ado, let's get this episode started. All right, guys, it is our pig walk section. We are jumping into what I love talking about, but currently hate talking about, Arkansas basketball. SEC basketball. Arkansas falls to LSU, who I believed was the worst team in the SEC, them in South Carolina. Wrong. It's us in South Carolina and kind of Oklahoma right now. We are last place in the SEC, but we lose 78-74 to LSU. Boogie Flan goes off for 19 points, 5 assists. Sounds great, but only 6 of 17 shooting. 3 of those 6 came at the last minute and a half. Jonas Adu, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of 13 shooting. Adu Thero, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 11 shooting. Wagner, 10 points, 3 of 6 shooting. Only 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Not taking enough shots, in my opinion. John L. Davis, 10 points, 5 rebounds on 3 of 6 shooting, 2 3 balls. He went 2 of 3. Arkansas finishes the night 27 of 69 for 39% field goal percentage. LSU finishes right at 22 of 55. We took 14 more shots. They finished at, and we made 5 more baskets. They shot 40% from the three-point line. We won that battle. We went 9 of 20 for 45%. That's a good day. They went 8 of 22 for 36%. The discrepancy here, the massive switch up, was we went 11 of 13, 84% from the free throw line. They went 26 of 28. 92%. 6 blocks recorded for the Razorbacks, 11 recorded for the LSU Tigers. 12 turnovers, Arkansas, 15 for LSU, 37 rebounds for the Hogs, 39 for LSU. So it was really a scrap game through and through. It came down to free throws. All right, let's just call a spade a spade. Right now, Arkansas doesn't look good. But we're just going to recap this game. We're going to look at the future, and we're going to break down where we could be. Then we're going to break down the standings. But here's the problem we have with this last game. You hear the numbers. We went 11 of 13 from the free throw line, 84%. They went 26 of 28. They won by 4. They hit 92%. But here's the thing. This is a big stat that everybody's been throwing out there. 11 of 28 from layup. You're like, what? Most of those there's very few that are uncontested layups. I'm okay with the 11 for 28 if we flip that into free throws. But whenever you miss 17 layups and only shoot 13 free throws, that's a problem. We have to be attacking these guys. LSU guys, their best 2 players didn't play. Let's just put that into perspective. Their best 2 players did not play. So, no excuses. If we're going to go at the rim 28 times for layups, we need to be shooting 25 to 35 free throws a game, and we did not. That's actually a theme for us right now is free throws and three-point line. Like, you've got to be able to give and take layups. Couldn't come down the stretch. And, again, what happens? We come out hot, got up by 12, looked great. They started to dwindle it back at the end of the first half, just like always. Florida tied it back up. LSU brought it within 2. And then it felt like we were just never found a rhythm in the second half. And then when they took the lead, we had to try to play catch up. We keep the gap close. Boogie decides to try to take over because no one else wants to, and hits a 3, a layup, and a 3. Boom, boom, boom. We're right back in it. Come to find out, we don't have anybody who wants to rebound inside the last 3 minutes of a game. We don't have anybody that wants to take over besides Boogie, who will shoot with anyone guarding him. He does not care because no one is aggressive anymore. Everybody doesn't know what to do. We crumble like a cookie in milk. That's what happens. Within the last 10 minutes of a game, we can play a solid 30-minute game. Sadly, it's a 40-minute game, and we will fall apart somehow. But We couldn't get anything down the stretch. We looked crappy and sloppy, but we've done that every week in the SEC, and that's just who this team is right now. Can they change it? Yes. Will they change it? They have shown no ability to yet. And I know the hopefulness, and everybody's like, you're hopeful. I am, because it could just be an instant, and this team is great, but we'll see. Next up for the Hogs, we've got 2 games coming up this week. One is Saturday. Today is Thursday. One is Saturday. One is Tuesday. Okay, so this Saturday is Missouri. All right, Missouri just beat Florida at Florida. They were up big. They were shooting lights out. They were like 60-something% field goal percentage in the first half. They calmed down. Florida made a run, but they were able to hold them off and win 83-82 to move to 14-3 overall. Missouri is 3-1 in conference. I thought they would be a bottom kind of team. Last year, I think they lost 18 or 19 SEC games. It was insane. They were the worst team in the SEC, and now they look really good. They're in the middle of the pack. They're towards the front end of it, but they're middle of the pack team. Points per game, Arkansas 78, Missouri 85. Points allowed 68 for the Razorbacks, 69 for Missouri. So they're going to allow us to score. Can we take advantage of that? I'm not sure. Field goal percentage 48% for us, 49 for them. Rebounds per game 36 and 35, assists 15 and 14, steals 7 and 10. The biggest discrepancy right now that we're going to have that we see is we're 23 of 90 from the 3-point line. 26% on the year. They're 40 of 101. They're 40% on the year. 39.7%. That's the big one. They were going lights out Tuesday against Florida, just dropping threes galore. Missouri's going to shoot some threes, and we're going to have to either guard that line really well, or we're going to have to shoot with them, and we're going to have to rebound our aces off. And we have not done that all year. We have not rebounded consistently. If we're missing threes, we can't be missing layups. If we're missing layups, we can't be not going to the free throw line. It's just a domino effect. If you're going to suck from 3, I'm going to show you an example here in a minute from a team that's in the top 25 that is equally as bad as us from the 3-point line. But what they do really well when they're really bad at the 3-point line, they hit free throws. They get to the free throw line. But I have no reason to pick the Razorbacks to win other than we have to win. That's the only reason I would pick us here. We have to win. Like, every loss we get, we have to either win the SEC tournament or go on a massive run. And I don't know if this team can do it. I hope they can. I'm very hopeful. I just don't know if they can. Let's be honest. After Missouri, we have 14-3, 2-2 in conference. Number 23, Georgia, who has lost to Ole Miss by 12. We have lost to Ole Miss by 8. Beat Kentucky by 13. Beat Oklahoma by 10. And then lost to Tennessee Tuesday by 18. They did not look good. They're almost a mirror image of Arkansas. Georgia, top 25 in the country, stats-wise, is almost a mirror image of Arkansas. That's why it's like that hopeful hog section, and you are so hopeful, is because we are a top 25 team statistically comparing to other teams. We just don't have the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes of a game. There's just no urgency, no team, no leadership, no chemistry. It's a bunch of individuals watching one individual play the game. We can't have that. But if you look at it, from the 3-point line, free throw line in our 4 conference games versus a Georgia, right? So Georgia loses to Ole Miss by 12. They went 2 of 18 from the 3-point line. 2 of 18 from the 3-point line. 15 of 17 from the free throw line. They did not get to the free throw line enough to counterbalance the very terrible 3-point shooting, right? They went 7 of 24 from the 3-point line in their win over Kentucky. What got them there? 7 of 24. That's kind of where we're at. 29 of 38 from the free throw line. You'll see a theme here with them. They went 3 of 17 from the three-point line in their win against Oklahoma because they went 27 of 37 from the free throw line. In their loss to Tennessee, this is the losses. The 2 losses, they got to the free throw line less than 20 times a game. They went 6 of 21 from 3, which is not the best, but not the worst. They turned around and went 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Georgia is just like us. As we went in all of our losses, this is, again, look at the losses. We went 6 of 29 from 3 in our loss to Tennessee, and we went 6 of 13 from the free throw line. Can't have both. You can't have both of those. We went 5 of 23 in our second loss, which was against Ole Miss. 5 of 23 from the three-point line, 17 of 24 from the free throw line. So, and we lost by 8. A little better of an improvement. When we lost to Florida, we went 3 of 16 from the three-point line, but we also went 24 of 35 from the free throw line. We lost by, ended up losing by 12 on that one. 9 of 22 from the three-point line in our last loss here at LSU. 9 of 22 is really solid. 11 of 13 from the free throw line. If you look at this is the problem we're having. LSU went for 28 free throws and made 26 of them, and they beat us by 4. We went to the line 13 times. If we go to the free throw line less than 20 times a game, we are screwed more than likely because we don't have the consistency of a three-pointer. But if you look at literally look at Georgia, they went to the line 38 and 37 times when they had bad days. They've had a bad day of shooting threes every week in the SEC, just like us. But the 2 games that they won, they went to the free throw line 37 and 38 times, made 29 and 27 of those. The 2 games they lost, they went to the line 17 times and 12 times. Doesn't matter if you make 11 of 13. You've got to make, that's 11 points. We need 25 points from the free throw line to win a game. The way that we're shooting a 3-ball, you got to have 25 plus from the free throw line. Attempted wise, our first, all of our losses, we went 35 times against Florida, but at the end of the game, we collapsed. We had a solid, decent lead against Ole Miss right out of the gate, collapsed. LSU, I don't know what happened, but we shot 11 of 27 from a layup perspective and only got to the free throw line 13 times. 27 layups. We missed 17. Okay, so if we get fouled on 17 of those, that's 34 free throws. We only took 13 total as a team. We got to be north of 25 free throws per game to have a shot. So Georgia's going to be a solid test. That's a quad 1 win, though. That's a quad 1 win. I'm looking at them, guys. We got 14 games left. We got to win 8 or 9. And then we get to win a couple in the tournament. And we're still good. I know that we have no reason to think that this will happen, but we're still good, and that's the hard part. I feel like the season's ruined because looking at the team, like, man, I love this team, dude. I love Boogie. I love Coach Cal in the red. I love Adu Thero. I love DJ Wagner. He can ball. Billy Richmond, Carter Knox. I love how Brazil's playing. I love how this team is going. It's just that mesh point has to happen. And it can click at any point. It can click at practice. But when it clicks on the court, this team can get dangerous. The question is, will it click? We have no reason to believe that it will. And that's the hard part as a Hog fan, is I believe it because of the talent, but at the same time, I can't believe it because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen them finish a game besides Michigan, but we haven't seen them finish an SEC game at all. We've seen this team panic, abandon each other, bounce a ball off their leg, not get to the free throw line, horrible from the three-point line, can't rebound. We let a team get 4 or 5 offensive rebounds in a row, and then we'll foul them. This team just there has to be that moment. We're going to keep talking about it. There has to be a moment or we're going to be the laughing stock of the SEC. There has to be a moment where they decide to dig in, dig your feet in, and put up a fight and say enough is enough. We're not going to be no one's biatch. We're not doing this. We have the talent, we have the speed, we have the physicality, we have the size, we have the players. Why not us? What are the only people stopping us is us. Get big, bow up, be a man, and go out there and put your britches on and go to work. Get your lunch pail and go to work. We know you can do it. We believe in you. We have not given up hope at all. We're frustrated as shit, and a lot of us have given up hope. I will say that. But there's still a lot of solid fans like, I'm going to watch every game, and I am pissed right now. I hate LSU with a passion, man. If you had one game for me to pick a year, and you're like, we're going to win one game this year, what's that game? LSU? No questions asked. I don't give a damn if they're good or bad. I hate LSU. I threw this hat into the dirt because I want to throw it off the TV, but the TV costs too much. Bro, I hated losing to them. I said words that might be unforgivable during that game because I was so mad that we lost. But I'm gonna tune in again Saturday and hope and pray. Come on, baby. Boogie's gonna pull it together. It's not gonna be on him to just shoot lights out at the end. We're all gonna stick together. We're not just gonna come out hot for the first 8 minutes and then dwindle. We got to come out hot and stay hot. I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna continue to believe it. Just going through the rankings real quick of the SEC, and then we'll hop over to football real quick, and then we'll get you guys out of here. From top to bottom right now, number 1, Auburn in the country. Not sure how long their big man's out, though. He rolled his ankle. They still found a way to win. I actually thought they were going to lose to Mississippi State because he wasn't playing, and they dominated Mississippi State. Auburn 4-0 right now. Number 21, Ole Miss is also 4-0. Good job. They beat Bama. They just turned around and beat Bama at Bama. That was wild. I did not see that one coming either. Number 6, Tennessee is third in the SEC at 3-1 in conference play. Number 4, Bama. Gosh, look at the first. Number 4, Bama, 3-1. Number 8, Kentucky, 3-1. Missouri, 3-1. Number 15, Mississippi State, 2-2. Number 5, Florida, 2-2. Number 23, Georgia, 2-2. Vandy, 2-2. Number 11, Texas A&M, 2-2. LSU 1-3, Texas 1-3, Oklahoma, Arkansas, South Carolina, all rounding out the bottom at 0-4. The SEC right now has the number 1 team in the country, number 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 15, and 21, and 23. 9 teams after 2 weeks of SEC ball are still in the top 25. 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 9 are in the top 10. 1 just on the outside at 11. That's crazy. A lot of season left. There's a lot of upside that can happen, but there's also a lot of heartbreak that can happen. So a lot of fans are not going to be invested. Some people are going to still be fully invested. We might look like a damn fool that we are invested. You got to go win 9 out of 14, 8 out of 14. 100% you do. These quad ones got to happen. We're going to have to. I mean, there's plenty of quad ones on this list. We just read them off. There's a lot of quad ones we can win. And if you can get to 7, 8, 9 quad wins, you might be on that fringe tournament team. You'll be on the bubble at 7. I think at 9 quad 1 wins, you're in. And we have those on the schedule. We have quad ones on the schedule. So that's why I'm more hopeful is we're either going to get our asses beat and we're going to be embarrassed all year long, or these guys are going to click and they're going to start upsetting these quad 1 teams, and that resume is just going to start to build. And that's where we're at. It's a make or break. It starts against Missouri, who is just outside the top 25, top 40. I think they're inside the top 40. That's a quad 1. We need that. We need that big time. So it's got to start Saturday. If not, that door is just slowly closing on this team. And we're going to have to move on from that chapter and move right into baseball. Who's number 5? Preseason number 5. When the Hogs start to play, I'm so excited. I'm a baseball guy. That's my sport. Preseason number 5. I'm not going to deep dive into that just yet. It is coming soon. Baseball is my favorite. That's it for our Razorback section. We are going to quickly do a divisional round of the NFL. Our predictions here. Houston is at Kansas City -8. Kansas City. I just don't see them losing this game, even though I desperately want them to lose this game. I'm picking Kansas City because I just think I don't think Houston's going to go in there and upset them. I hope they do. I can't stand the Chiefs, but I also want the Chiefs to win just in case my Bills beat the Baltimore Ravens. The Bills can take the Chiefs out as well, and then people can shut up about Josh Allen. But I've got the Chiefs this week, sadly. Game 2, Washington goes to Detroit. Detroit -9.5. I believe David Montgomery is supposed to be back to being active. I don't know how effective he will be, but if he is healthy, I think Detroit wins big. The 9.5 might not be enough. I think that offense can't be stopped. Jaden Daniels is on a mission. He is no longer, to me, the rookie of the year. He is just he's already won that. There's no comparison. He's not even a rookie right at this point. He looked like he a vet. Jaden Daniels, unbelievable season. I think it comes to an end in Detroit. I just think Detroit is too physical, and that defense of Detroit is getting nasty as well. Then we have the Rams at the Eagles. Eagles laying 6.5 here. I will not bet against a man named Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams. I won't bet against them. I think that this team, I watched them play my Buffalo Bills. This team's good, and they can score, and no one wants to see them. I think that, and their defense, dude, they had 4 or 5 turnovers against, they caused 4 or 5 turnovers against Minnesota. That defense is going to be nasty. I'm not sure if Jalen Hurts is going to be able to perform. You know, you got A.J. Brown over there reading a book on the sideline. That's number 1 on Amazon right now because everybody wants to know what he's reading. Saquon went off last time they played, but I just don't see that happening again. I think that defense has matured massively, made huge leaps and bounds progress. I don't see Saquon being the only guy to do this. This is going to be a massive team effort, and I don't think that Philly is prepared for this. I don't think they are. I think they're going to crumble, get in their own way, and I think the Rams upset Philly. That is my upset pick, and then we'll go play Detroit next week. And then the final game, man, Baltimore gets 1 point at Buffalo. The 2 MVP candidates, Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. To me, Josh Allen, not just because I'm a Bills fan. To me, Josh Allen wins the MVP just because of the team that he has versus the team that Lamar has. The numbers are on Lamar's side, but the record and the value of Josh Allen, if Josh Allen has a bad game, they will lose. If Lamar has a bad game, he can also give the ball to the second best running back in the NFL behind Saquon. He also had 2,000 yards rushing. So to me, Josh Allen, I think, has this circled of like, tell me that I can't. Tell me that I can't. And the year that he's having, it just, I'm hoping that this game he comes out and just lights it up and has a day. He's calm as a damn cucumber. And I'm hoping and praying that Josh just shows up and the rest of the guys do too. That defensive line of the Ravens and that defense is getting better and better. So he's going to have to be very smart with his decisions and not scramble and make a dumb call or just like I'm one step away. This is one of the mountains that I have to climb is Baltimore. We were told nothing here, and he escapes a pocket and tries to extend it, throws a pick or something. He just has to be so smart with what he does with the ball, and I think we can get away with a win. I think that the fans are going to be nuts. I think it's going to be like 9 degrees. Hopefully that like slows up Derrick Henry a little bit, slows up Baltimore's offense, which that two-headed monster with Lamar, and we just need to slow it down. We have Milano back on defense. He is the leader and the catalyst. This team is getting better and better. Hamlin on the back end. I I think we have a very good shot of winning this game. I'm picking Buffalo, of course. If Jordan was here, he'd pick Baltimore, no problem. But that's going to be Sunday evening, which will be the best game, I think, of the entire division. We all think that. But that's going to do it for the sports side of this podcast, which you guys came here for. But for some of you guys, you come here for a little bit of encouragement. I just want to give you some, man. It's the how you really doing part of this whole thing. I started this thing with one of my best friends, Jordan. And although he hasn't been here for a while, he's still here. Like we talk all the time. He's just working still. But now it's been right at a year since we've done this. And I just want to say thank you guys for being here. But the reason why we started this was because I was an unhappy human. And I wanted to find some joy in my life because I had lost my dad. And it's been a year and a half. And that's still a very fresh wound. But being able to do this helps me more than you know. And I'm so thankful for it. Just being able to do this. And I hope we can do this for many years to come, to be honest with you. I hope that this doesn't stop. This is my new love and my new passion. So if you guys can please share this with people, talk to people, try to get us out there, that would help us a ton. I want to interact with you guys as well. So I'm going to keep saying, if we can get to 50 subscribers, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, 50 subscribers. If you are not a subscriber, just click the subscribe button. It's free. We can go live and you guys can comment and I can bring up your chat and talk to you about those things. I would love to hear your perspective on how you think the Razorbacks should be, or what's important to you, or whatever you want to talk about. I'm all in. I will face dive into anything. Anything. I love it. But just thank you guys. 1 year. 1 year. This has been a journey that I hope never stops. So I just want to say you guys help me more than you know. I'm so grateful for you, for just watching, commenting, liking the post, anything at all. Sharing helps us so much. My mom and my father-in-law watch, I think, every episode because they comment on them. Thank you. I love you guys so much. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing great. And if you're not doing great, message me. Talk to me, man. I know how it's like to be at the bottom of the barrel. And there are days where I wake up and I am. And then there are days where I'm just so grateful. And that today's one of those days. I'm so grateful. I miss my dad every day. We'll see you later is the name of the podcast. It's on the board. It's tattooed on my leg. It's the last thing my father said to me. I'll never let his memory die. I won't. I would try to honor him every day, even though I probably do it. And he's just shaking his head. But you know what? It means so much to me. So if you're going through something, man, I'm going to pray for you. I love you. Message me so we can talk, okay? And y'all have an amazing day. I'm gonna say the 3 things to live by before you guys get out of here, okay? 3 things. Number 1, don't piss into the wind. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like it. Number 2, and hopefully, hogs by 90. And number 3, and probably the most important, Rufus, never, ever, ever trust a fart. Until next time, guys. Love you. We'll see you later.